Hey guys, how's it going? So I'm back on the sacrificial test branch, which if you don't know what that is, it's basically you play the early access of the new version of the game. So you got version 0.17 here. The main game right now is still on 0.16. So let's take a look. Oh, changelog isn't updated. All right, so Jordy posted in the Discord a little changelog. Fixes many bugs, including the main 2 crashes, hopefully. Well, that would be good. Over 15 new items. That's sick. I wanna get to trying those. New troop type, new map variations and changes, save backup system, rebalanced AI bumping, shield bumping. Okay, that could be really nice, because sometimes getting bumped around by shields was not fun. More destructibles and random scattering in arenas. Optimization. Unarmed speed boost. Much finer and wider shield turning ability. Better head looking animation. Hand bonk sound effect. Alright. Saving the best for last, I see. Oh yeah, look at that. Alright, so we've got like a little bit of a smaller spike variant for the city center. Oh, and there's a rock already pressing down that button before the fight even started. Can I like pick this up? Oh yeah, how about that? Alright, where'd my sword go? Nice rock, dude. I wonder how much damage they do. I should look at that actually. Oh, that one's broken. Sharp rock, 15 damage. Alright. Are these also... what is that? Apple? 1 damage. What the hell is that? Fishing stack, okay. I guess that's one of our new items, huh? 14 damage, 84 durability. You guys are fish. Alright, a couple of 10 damage hits so far. Pretty consistent 10 damage. Which is not bad at all from a starting weapon. Especially one with a little bit of range. Was that the new pan sound? Oh yeah, okay, no, my shield, fuck you. That pan sounds a little different. Ooh, linolian basic chaka. 26 damage is a lot, but it's very small. We have a nice myrodon militia chaka here to compare it to. So 28 damage versus 26. This one has more durability. Okay, this has 75 speed, so that's interesting. Very small stamina penalty. This one's more expensive too. Yeah, so this is a tiny little thing, but it's got good weapon speed and good damage, so I guess if you can get it going... Uh-oh. Where'd it go? I was doing some good damage. Oh, this fucking guy has it. Alright. Oh yeah, that was pretty good. You know, the thing about, like, early on, you can get away with using shorter weapons and just, you know, weapons... It's not like you can really do a lot with this, you know? Like, something like a spear or, like, a great chaka gives you, like, a lot of different ways you can hit someone, right? With this, like, you don't really have much choice. You gotta be really close to them. And, you know, quick little swings. This isn't really going to go over a shield. But that's okay, because you don't have to worry about any of that stuff early on. And then you're doing good damage, so that's really the most important thing. And you see already, like, one problem with using such a short weapon like this is that I have to get within this guy's range to hit him, right? Could you zoom the camera in before? Or... because I feel like the camera's more zoomed out now, but I don't know if you could even change it before. Yeah, this is not a bad weapon at all. Like, anything that does, like, 25 plus damage is a solid weapon. Just on that alone. Ooh, we got a new arm piece. Leather arm wrap left. What is it? 14% armor. It's something. It's better than nothing, technically, but that's about it. So how's this? This has a lot of durability, which is also nice, because it's going to last you a while if you pick it up early on. Owakan Chaka. Oh, okay. Another one-handed axe. Same durability. Owakan has less damage, only by a little bit. The linolian is significantly faster, plus 25. This Owakin has plus 15 range. It doesn't look that much longer, really. Alright, let's try the Owakin Chaka here. You're trading like a little bit more reach for less speed and less damage. So I'm not sure if that's really worth it. But yeah, that's not bad. I mean, it pretty much feels like using one of those other Chakas. The linolian, I would say, is like noticeably faster. This kind of just felt like using a militia Chaka. New helmet. Myrodon Vanguard. 50% armor, minus 10 fame. Good durability though. 6.6k, 50% armor. That's not bad. Another one. Linolian bronze ooh, okay. That's a long boy. I wonder if linolian spearmen are going to use this now. They might have got a new toy. So this spear is pretty long, first of all. It's got 90 range, which I believe is on par with the Hanian Staka, as like longest in the game. 325 durability is a lot. 23 damage is pretty good. Seems like it should be a pretty good spear. Oh, does this guy have something new? Looks like, unless it's a reskin of the Great Chaka, definitely looks new. And yeah, this Staka feels just fine, you know? It feels pretty much like using a Hanian, which is a very good thing. Okay, so the linolian is the higher tier. Does 1 more damage, has so much more durability. Yeah, it's pretty much a direct upgrade, which is saying something because the Hanian is one of my favorite weapons in the game anyway. Ooh, 2 new items. Okay, a cloth leg wrap. Again, not really a real armor piece. And I'm assuming this is the other arm, the leather bands. Oh, okay. Okay, so we have cloth arm wraps and leather arm wraps, with leather being slightly better because 8% armor is not much at all. Oh, okay, here is a very different looking map variant. A lot of spikes. We got spikes right here in front, kind of hidden under the water. Is it this one button for all these spikes? Jeez, okay. So these 2 spikes up here are actually highly relevant because they're close enough to the button that you could like run somebody over them and then press the button. Like if these guys follow me up here, no, they're going the other way. But you could also push somebody from the button onto the spikes. There we go. That's how you want to use those spikes. Another weapon. Myrodon Helio Flag. Ooh, that looks like it would hurt. So this flail feels very much like a flail, first of all. It just doesn't really feel any different from the other flails, so I'm really not sure if there is too much to say about it. Really, I want to compare the damage, but other than that, flail is pretty much a flail. Definitely looks cool though. Hasn't flown out of my hand so far, which is good. And now I'm actually thinking, I'm not sure if it had the unwieldy trait, so I gotta look at that again. But that would be, if that's the case, if this doesn't fly out of your hand, then that would be major. That would actually be huge, because that's really the reason I don't use flails that much. Like, they're really good, but I can't stand when they go flying every other hit. So if this one doesn't have that, that would be massive. Okay, so the cleaving flag, okay, the cleaving flag does 24 damage. This does only 20. And yeah, this doesn't have unwieldy. So yeah, as far as I'm concerned, this not having unwieldy makes it significantly better than any other flail. Really, this is the only flail I'd be interested in using. Oh my god. That's why you don't use a flail with unwieldy. Fucking... What do we have here? Lefosi Barbed Staka. Okay, another one. Another spear. So 21 damage, 286 durability, 95 speed. Definitely looks pretty long. Because the other thing is, look where, like, on this one, he holds it closer towards the tip, right? Whereas on this one, he's holding it closer towards the back end. So you actually have more of the weapon out in front of you. Alright, so let's get this Barbed Staka. You look at it compared to the bronze. It's got less durability, but not by that much. It's got a little bit less damage, but again, not much. And less range on paper, but I feel like it's going to have just about as much range, if not more. I mean, look at that. Look at how much more... Look at how far forward that is. Okay, this guy has that axe again. Is this guy the new... Yeah, alright, Myrodon Chosen. So this must be the new enemy. And how about that? He's a Myrodon and he's not using a shield. I've never heard of that before. All right, let me take a look at his axe though, because that thing looks really cool. So a hefty bronze chaka. Okay, Masterwork, 39 damage is a ton. 286, 50 speed, 90 range. Goes one way, goes the other way. This is an interesting looking one. I want to get my hands on this for real. I'll talk about it more then. So barbed staka, yeah, really good. You know, spears are spears. Like as long as they're doing decent damage, they're really, really good. Even the ones that don't do great damage are still pretty good. And yeah, the barbed spear and the linolian bronze, both very good. What's this? Alliance? It's probably a linolian spearman. Looks like he's using the linolian bronze staka. Yes, sir. All right, so that's actually an interesting development, because before these guys would only use the Hanian staka or the Ferodaka. So now that they've got this instead, that means it was either added to the pool or maybe it replaces the Ferodaka or the Hanian, who knows. Either way, it's pretty much the same as them having a Hanian, which is actually a good thing, because if it means fewer of them having a Ferodaka, that's good, because the Ferodaka is more dangerous. And yeah, this barbed staka is super long. It has such good reach. Look at that. Look at how far away he is. This is a really good weapon. So, okay, I think this guy has a Ferodaka, which means they still use them. Okay, so the linolian staka doesn't replace the Ferodaka. That's good to know. So it might replace the Hanian, or it might not. They might just use all three of them. Regular price of 7,000. So that's not cheap. That is pretty expensive. But you're getting a super good weapon. Who's this guy? Okay, so linolians use the linolian chaka now too. It's very interesting, because before these guys only used swords. They were actually one of the most kind of standardized enemies. You knew that they were always 100% of the time going to use a sword and a shield. Now they've got the basic chaka, which is pretty dangerous because it does a lot of damage. But at the same time, I would probably rather see it than a sword, because swords are pretty dangerous too. And they're all longer than this chaka is. So that's not bad. I won't mind seeing a linolian with one of these. I can't tell if this guy has... I think he has the new Awaken chaka. Yep, he does. Oh, okay, that's actually really interesting too, because this guy's an elder. Before, they always had Hanian stakas or Iron Talus dakas, which are both really dangerous weapons. So again, kind of like the linolian, I don't mind seeing this guy with a chaka, because he got me for 19 damage. That's still plenty of damage. That's like, you know, it's still a little bit scary, but it's not as scary as a Talus daka or a Hanian staka, I think. Aha. Hefty bronze chaka. All right. First things first, look at how he's holding it. This guy thinks he's riding a broomstick or something, because like half the weapon is between his legs. So I don't love that, because any weapon that you hold like so, any two-handed weapon that you hold like so high up the weapon like that does not feel good to me. What I do like about the look of this weapon is just how long the axe head is, because that's going to allow you to get over a shield and have this blade here hit their head before the rest of the weapon bangs into their shield or something. But I really don't like this situation here. This looks like a dwarven axe out of Skyrim, kind of. Alright, so I think it's going to be best with like quick little swings like that. Alright. And good damage for sure. Alright, hopefully this guy can have a shield so I can see how it does against that, because I think it would be really good against a shield. Because the stats don't tell the whole story, right? Like what I was talking about, those spears, even just where you hold the weapon, like I was talking about with this too, even where you just hold the weapon can make a big difference. That's not going to show up in the stats, right? Alright, that was a good hit. Yeah, okay. Yep, alright. It is. It is very nice for going over that shield. You see, I think here, if you look at the splitter chaka, like they're about the same, more or less, in length. Then you got a way bigger, way longer head here. Oh, okay, this myrodon flailman has he has the new flail, so that shouldn't be too different to play against than the other flails, because I think the lack of unwieldy is going to make more of a difference for you using the flail rather than fighting against it. And I don't think that it's like particularly dangerous compared to the other flails either. Like I think they'll be about the same. But yeah, so going against this guy here, because these big oval shields, for my money, are about as hard as it gets to defeat. And this axe was making quick work of him while I had the range. Kind of missed those last few hits. But yeah, this definitely feels like a tool for getting past shields. Or breaking them. Because 39 damage plus 50% against shields. Because that's really the one weakness of the oval shield, is that at the end of the day it is wood, doesn't have that much durability. So really you're not going to need too many attacks from this hefty boy to break through one. We got a secret 232 out of 231. Triumph. Oh, okay, new sword. Very cool. 36 damage sword. One-handed sword. 454 durability. Razor sharp multi-hit. That's interesting. Plus 35% fame. Wow, okay. See, like, I think it's shorter than the iron chromo that this guy's got. 34 damage to the head. 43, alright. Not bad for a one-handed weapon. So if you look at the reinforced DACA, which I think was the previous owner of most damage for a one-hander, they're pretty much the same length. Triumph is pretty much better in every way, as it should be for 14.5k. The Kappa's always sort of been my favorite one-handed weapon and my favorite sword for sure. Because of that shape, you know, it just kind of gives you a little bit more than the other swords. But the damage on this one could definitely change that. I mean, like, it's hard to go wrong with something that does 36 damage. It's not really going to help you much with shields. But the thing is, at the end of the day, if you don't have a weapon that's great for going over, around, or even through shields, one thing you can always do is shield bash, and that gets the shield out of the way completely. So that's really what I like to do with swords. Yeah, 47 damage to the head. That's really good. 56! I think that might be the biggest hit I've ever had. Time to see what it's really made of. And yeah, it looks like these new myrodons only use that hefty bronze chakra, so it's a dangerous weapon, but a lot like executors and, you know, some pit bosses and stuff. It makes them really vulnerable since looks like they tend to have unarmored arms. And just any time an enemy uses a two-hander, you know, they aren't very good at blocking. Shield bashing isn't great. It's hard to get good shield bashes off in a 1v many, just because there's so much going on. So it can be a little bit tougher to deal with shields if you don't have a great weapon for it. But still, the damage that this thing does when I do get a hit kind of makes up for that. Alright. Finishing off with a nice little 42. That's good. This thing ends fights so quickly. Alright, well I think that's pretty much everything to see in this update. I'm sure there are probably a couple map variations that I missed, maybe some enemies using some different weapons. So let me know in the comments if you guys see anything that you didn't see in this video. Let me know what you guys think about all the weapons too, because there are a lot of them, and I think they're pretty cool. I think they'll be pretty useful in some different ways. So let me know what you guys think about that, and as always, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.